Good morning everyone in YouTube. It's Charlie. Welcome back to Partickhill Station. So today I'm making a short video in response to Model Railways Unlimited excellent video on the Triang Shunter. Now, this is one of the older models that I have, and what he'd been able to do, as you can see from his excellent videos, is he had this shunter running smoothly and slowly around his track through his points. And in a conversation with him, he said that he used wet and dry sandpaper on the wheels. Didn't do anything else, but I found that really interesting. And what I'm going to do is, let you see the loco as it is, and then we'll try and replicate what he had done. Now, this has been cleaned and lubricated, and as you notice, it's got the knurled wheels for the diesel effect. So let's just see how it performs here. These flanges are pretty large, as you can see. I can't measure them right now because I can't find the little battery. Anyway, let's have a go at this. There she goes, and as you can see, it struggles a little bit getting over some of those points. It's a little bit hesitant. Now, granted, it's been sitting on the shelf for a little while. There's a problematic point just coming up right there. There you go. It got through, but it was a bit rough. And it seems to be gaining a little bit of momentum. Yeah, that one's difficult for it for whatever reason. It could be the flanges, and what I might do is I'll take the Dremel and try and skim off a bit of the flange. But the amazing thing is that it's 50 plus years old and it still works, and the light in the front also works. I think you might be able to see it here as it comes round there, so that works too. Now, I have a couple of these and they both work, so I'll see if I can get the other one out and just do a comparison. A little bit of sparking there, and there's that troublesome point. So that'll give me reason to work on that point. I'll just bring her to a stop here. Now, I believe this is the other motor. So let's see if we can get that one running. Just pull that one off. No, nothing there. As you can see, you get those large flanges and the knurled wheels. Now I know that some folks have replaced those wheels with smooth wheels, but yeah, that one's not willing to go, so that needs a little bit of work. It might just need a little bit of oil. So you can hear it riding on the rail clips or seats. Yeah, so you can hear it there. Those flanges are just a little bit too large. However, it does run, maybe not perfect, might be due for another service. Even rights itself after come out of that bad point. Let's just see if we can slow it down a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty good for an old girl. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is, but whatever it is, it's enough to lift it off right there. It very well might be that's an older piece of track, which might be contributing to the poor running there. But once it gets onto that, that's actually a relatively newer stretch of track there, Pico 100, so interestingly it works better there. Yeah, just another point that see, it's come off the track a little bit there and then it's back on again. So I can maybe work on that point, or those 2 points, and the one piece of track, which I think I'll be replacing shortly. Let's see what it can pull. Okay, so there's a couple of grain tankers there heading to the distillery and a milk van. The milk van's pretty light, so I'm not sure how well that will perform, but let's see how the shunter does. Okay, let's try this again. A bit hesitant under load, and of course all you need is for something to come off a track. And you know, I did a whole video on these wagons, and you know how you should always check the gauge on them, because some of them were problematic and were derailing. And of course, this being an old Airfix Dapol kit, it probably needs wheels replacing. Yeah, see, there's that one. A little bit out of gauge. Pretty fast. Turn it down a little bit. See, it is a little bit hesitant, and then of course kind of a dead spot there in that piece of track, so I'll replace those, and that will certainly help. So it is amazing, for a 50 plus year old loco that's been on the shelf for a long time, it's still able to run after being given a little clean up, and it's amazing what you can achieve by doing that. I think the milk van is a little bit wonky. I think I'll remove the milk van for a minute. We'll see how this goes now, but I did notice it's getting a little bit warm and it smells a little bit, so probably due for a major cleanup. Yeah, that's a problem piece of track there. And so the final result is that yes, it does run for an old loco. It's a little bit hesitant. Some of the track, as you notice, isn't perfect and needs replacing, which would assist this loco and maybe one or two others run more smoothly. But it just demonstrates that with a little bit of TLC, you can get the best out of an old loco like this. And they're simple to maintain and clean. And that's what we'll be doing with this one also. I'll clean everything and get it running, because I know it has run in the past. As you can see, I've got a few other motors here awaiting attention. You know, primarily this was an exercise about replacing or getting that cog into position, and I did it on this little C-clamp. Basically, I put it in there and I wound this up and I pushed the cog back into place. Now I have 2 or 3 locos with these Ringfield motors where the alloy cog had fallen off or was spinning and requires attention. There's another one. These Fleischmann motors are really very good, very reliable, they run smoothly. I got 2 of these for $15, which I thought was a bit of a steal. So you should keep your eye out for these at model railway shows, flea markets, that type of thing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this short little video about the Triang Dock Shunter, and we'll see you next time here at Partickhill Station. Bye for now.